Okay, I'm cracking up right now because I was just finished recording this video for the first time, and as the title suggests, this isn't necessarily the easiest video to make, but it's a tag video, and I completely forgot to tag people. So I figured I'd go ahead and tag people straight from the get-go, and I'll explain like what you're supposed to be doing. So first I'll explain what this is. This is a kind of like a sentimental thing because nostalgia, sentimental value. I feel like that's what drives our hobby. It really does. And like what I want you to do, I want you to pick the top three items in your collection. The top three. Think of this as like a visor right here. This is a visor and this is a mouth. Okay, I want you to pick the. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I want you to pick the top three most sentimental valued things in your collection. Things that you just instantly look at and you're just brought back to a certain time or place in your life. Just things that you really hold dear because I have a lot of those things. And these are just three that I've picked. I've got a lot of things that I look at and I'm brought back to like playing with them at a certain time, getting them at a certain time. But these are three things in particular that really piqued my interest. And I figured I'd show them off here. So number three, I'm kind of cheating. Oh, I almost forgot to tag people again. Oh my god. I don't even know what time it is right now. But okay, so I haven't thought of any people yet, so I'm just gonna tag three. Um, I would tag TheDarthPrime, but he's gonna make a response anyway, and I always tag him. So he is the spiritual fourth tagged person. Um, who else? Um, Darth Phoenix 619. I think I'll tag him because I'd be interested in seeing that. Who else? Do 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 do. I really. Oh, Lego Master Cole. I think that'd be pretty interesting. Could do that. So three people so far, even though Darth Prime is the spiritual thumb. Um, fourth person. Yeah, why not good old comic figure blog? Comic figure blog. I think it'd be pretty interesting to see his top three. So yeah, that's the tag out of the way. Now let's show you my top three. Because I already filmed this video, but of course I forgot to tag people. So with the tagging out of the way, number three, I'm kind of cheating because this isn't something that I've had for the longest time. You actually saw me get this, but this is the Galactic Hunt Commander Cody, and this thing, I don't. It's not the specific. I can't talk right now. Um, it's not the specific item. It's what it embodies. There is this one place called the Earth Collectible Toy Mall. You might have heard of it. They're now known as the Collecting Warehouse now, and their physical location was actually quite close to me, and I went there all the time as a child. I always refer to it as the old toy store because they had a bunch of vintage toys, they had modern stuff, they had pretty much anything and everything I would ever want. Just showing you a couple things from my desk that I believe I got from them. Legend of the Shoe Man here, which I still have yet to make a video on, but I believe I got him at that place. Who else? Who else? I know I got my vintage Stormtrooper there, but I don't know where he went. He was my... Oh, here he is. Hey, let's grab him. He was my very first vintage Star Wars figure, and I got him at the old toy store. I got most of my like Saga Collection Commander Cody and Saga Collection Clone Trooper stuff there, and I just love that place. And I'm sorry if I a lot in this video. It's kind of late, and when I talk a lot, I do but this thing, it just embodies everything that I loved about that place. The atmosphere, what they had. Mostly, it was at its prime during the Saga Collection days. And I really do miss that place. Their physical location closed down years and years ago. And I know I was really saddened when that happened. When I was a kid, that was pretty much a second home to me. I looked forward to every visit I had at the Earth Collectible Toy Mall. And it's near my comic shop. Like, literally almost right across the street. And it really pains me to look at that building because it still has the Earth Collectible Toy Mall, like, embossed on the glass in front of it. And, thinking of that place, you might think me silly, but it's like, I really get sad when I think about that place. But I get happy, too, because I loved it, and I got a lot of cool toys back then. And this thing just embodies that. Um, Number two, this also kind of embodies an era of my life. Lego was a huge part of me. Back in, I want to say like 2006. I'll more say like 2007 to 2010. Lego was a huge part of me, and I got this. I would say around 2007 ish, and uh, I love it. You would think it would be like a Lego Star Wars minifig. Actually, I'll show you the most sentimental Lego Star Wars minifig to me. It's surprisingly sort of Commander Cody. So I'm kind of cheating there. Here, let me get him off his base. This technically isn't Commander Cody, but in the Lego Star Wars 1 game, they refer to him as Commander Cody. So I kind of consider him Lego Commander Cody. And he was my favorite. Actually, number 2 is going to be both of these guys, because I just love them. Uh, Lego was a huge part of me, and if they'll get back in focus, come on, get in focus for me. I would greatly appreciate if you. There we go. Both of these guys, they really just embody that era of my life, and I went through a lot when, like 2007 to 2010, and like I just love these things, and Lego itself, it's like now I'm not into it as much now. I still get a set every now and again. Like here's one of the more recent sets I got. Like the most of the guys are knocked off of it, but like the Saluka Mai speeder bike with Commander Neo. But this thing, I really do like these, and actually I really love these, and they just embody that whole era of my life. So that's number 2, and number 1 is actually surprisingly recent. And it's related to college too. So it's sort of, because this is like my almost big shebang video, I guess. Before I take my break. This is here. Let me explain. So to get into my college, and if you want to know, it's the University of Cincinnati. It's one of their satellite colleges. I'm literally right down the street from it. It's really great. Uh, It's one of their satellite colleges. And to get into it, you have to take a placement test. If you're aware of the ACTs and SATs, it's like those, but they have their own to get into their own college. And I studied for it all the time. Seriously, for almost a week solid, I studied for it. It was primarily math, because the English part, I'm great at English, and I knew I'd pass that, and I passed that really well. But when it comes to the math part, I really studied because math isn't my strong suit. And I go into the test, and it's an online test, and I'm looking at it, and I know pretty much none of the answers. I'm devastated. I feel like I'm gonna have to get a job over the summer. College is just completely out of the question, and I'm just kind of ruined while I'm taking it. But I still work at it. I guess, and I guess, and I know this one, and I guess, and I guess, and I guess. And what do you know? I pass with flying colors. And when I looked at that screen, because I think it was like a minimum of a score of 420 to get in, and I got like a 690 something, and I was just amazed. It has to be one of the happiest moments of my life. And on top of that, when I got home after taking that, there were a couple packages for me. One of them was of various Cybertron figures, which, I mean, I already knew they were coming, but I still loved those. But this was a surprise my brother had gotten for me, and it came on the perfect day. And I feel like this just embodies what, um, what I'm going to be going up against, in college and in life. And it's really weird, but music label Soundwave to me just means so much. And this has to be one of my favorite things in my collection, because not only is it a really, really great figure, I mean, it is absolutely stunning, but it just really represents a lot to me. I mean, I consider that one of the best days of my life, getting pretty much accepted into college. And this is just, I love it. I mean, it's a great figure. It really means a lot to me. And because my brother bought this pre-used, it had a lot of songs on it already, and I listened to those songs, and even some of the songs actually, like some of them I hadn't heard before, actually kind of, sort of are sentimental to me too. Like I can't think of any off the top of my head. I think there's like a couple Linkin Park on here. Breaking Benjamin, which that's my band. Um, I've heard every song from them, but this thing just means so much to me, and I really love it. I would love to do a review on this at some point, but as you guys know, I want to focus on my studying, and I really want to try my hardest. And no matter what, if I succeed or fail, I will at least be proud in knowing that I did try my hardest in college. And so, guys, I'm sorry that was kind of a bit of a sappy video, but I'm not really in the funny mood right now, and I just really want to make one kind of final video. I've tagged the people I have tagged. You did just tag 3 people. I just did the extra Darth Prime because I know he'll do it anyway. So Darth Prime, Darth Phoenix 619, Lego Master Cole, and the comic figure blog. You have been tagged. So, guys, I think that's pretty much it. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe. Check out my Facebook page if you have a chance. Have a good day, guys. May the force be with you. Bye. Mwah!